Alright, sorry about that. Thing came up again and we're still alive. But yeah, I guess it's time to start reviewing it. Or stop finishing up this video. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's the whole mouse locking thing that's getting into trouble. If the mouse didn't lock, I would be very easily able to go back. It'd be very easy to go. Nah, just restart. Oh wow, that's not here either. Yeah, again, if the mouse wasn't locked, it'd be very easy. Oh, it froze. Fantastic. Alright, sorry about that. The thing happened again. Alright, so, you know what, let's try to do a custom battle, because the thing doesn't happen until a couple times. Alright, so, yeah, let's go like this. But yeah, so I guess it's time to start reviewing it's time to start finishing up this video and and basically saying my first impression slash, for some people, reviewing. This is not really a review. I haven't actually I can't play all the game there is, so I guess it kind of is a review. But it's then again, it's early access. Can you really review a next game? Yes, you can review that build of their next game. But regardless of the semantics, okay, what do I think of Tank Universal 2? Well, regardless of all the issues I've been having with it, most of them are related to the fact that the game doesn't tell you anything. It just throws you in there and expects you to get things done. That is it. No more, no less. Now, it's not helped by the fact that the in-game, quote, tutorial, unquote, which that's my quoting it, you know, that's me saying it's a tutorial, it's not the game saying it's a tutorial, the first two levels anyway, do not tell you what you need to know in order to complete the third level. They basically just give you a general idea. Basically they fly over a system and expect you to know and expect you to have a good idea what the content of a certain planet looks like. Basically, that's it. They just give you the roughest ideas on how to play the game. Now, there are no material as to how to play the game, I don't think. There's no manual on Steam. The game doesn't have any game manual. The game doesn't have any game tutorial. The game doesn't even tell you all the keys that you can bind, or all the keys that are in the game. So you can't even so you can go into options and just guess as to what keys, and basically go into options and see what the keys are. That doesn't work. So yeah, there's that. There's also, um, but well, there's another issue in regards to gameplay. Oh, well, I guess there's a couple actually, but yeah, I mean, it's like it's not, even if you could see all the controls do, it still doesn't explain the HUD at all. Like, they explain the bare basics of what you need to do in order to do something in the game, but that is about it. They don't tell you exactly what you need to win at the game, or do anything other than basics of the basics of the basics, which, when they throw you into the mid-game level, it just, it doesn't work. So yeah. What's that, heavy tank? No, medium. There's a heavy tank! Heavy tank, hold it! Hold it! Hold it, hold it, hold it. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. There you go, yes, heavy tank. Oh, glitchingness. It's early access, I forget that because it looks so nice. Okay, forget about this then. But it's a... Actually, let's try ejecting. Let's try landing back in the tank. Oh, what? Let's try... What the heck? Opportunity, because I'm on my foot. Where in the world am I? And map doesn't help. Um, but anyway, so, like I was saying, yeah, there's bugs too, but, yeah, it does, the game doesn't explain the HUD either. Again, there's no helpful screen explaining the HUD. There is no, we're just gonna explain menu and finish the video up there. There is no helpful screen explaining the HUD. There is no manual explaining the HUD. There is no explaining the HUD other than certain parts of it do stuff, basically. But the nuances are not explained. They don't even tell you there's nuances in the game. They don't even tell you the game is very depthful. It's very complex, which the game is very complex. Um, which is bad. What they can do to alleviate it is they can do it in 4 ways, but 5 would be better. One, have the first 2 tutorials of the game explain things a bit better. And two, if and two, have a third mission that's placed in between the 12th mission and the second mission, explaining explaining the basic nuance, basically explaining what you need to know in order to do level 12 really well. Because remember, this is early access. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 levels in between level 2 and level 12. Level 12 is a mid-game level. Level 2 is in the tutorial. So imagine playing first-person shooter like that. Imagine playing an RPG like that. It's unimaginable, isn't it? So yeah. Now, first-person shooters RPGs have had stuff like this. This is your standard demo, early build type of thing. However, what those games do better than what Tank Universal is doing, Tank Universal does not explain what happens in between level 2 and level 12. It basically just takes you from stock level 2 of the game to stock level 12 of the game. Instead of having level 12 be more of a mix of early and late game, at least for demo's sake, or having a mid mission to tell you more about it, or having screens it'd be nice if level 12 had a ton of screens telling you all about the game, as opposed to just assuming that you know everything from mission 2, or level 2, which doesn't give you anything. Now remember, I've never played Tank Universal 1, so maybe this game is more meant for people that have played Tank Universal 1. Tank Universal may explain it better. I don't think so. But remember, this is my first time playing. I've not played Tank Universal 1. I just played Tank Universal 2. I have played tons of first-person shooters. Um, and a lot of vehicle games. So I do know my way around this type of game. It does the classic first-person shooters as well. Not classics like this where you're in a vehicle classic. No, but classic first-person shooters like like Halo Combat Evolved. Well, that's Link the Edge, but like early Medal of Honors, um, Command Conquer Renegade, stuff like that. But anyway, so yeah, that's how they do things. What this game would probably benefit from the most is two things. Is a third way, or the fourth way, which is having a manual on Steam. Either have a manual on the Steam page, like some Steam games do, which I don't agree with, but it's still there, and it's still nice to just flip through the pages in a whatever they call it, a PDF file, and then maybe printing it out. That's fine. But it'd be better to have both one in game, at least in the Steam overlay, and maybe one at least in the Steam overlay, and maybe one and maybe one and maybe one end game, maybe an options over here. That'll help things a lot. That'll help a lot. Or you could do that. I would like that, and I would like the fifth way, which is having a comprehensive tutorial or multiple tutorials. Um, pretty much a lot. Games go off and on like this, but basically I have a tutorial teaching you basic movement and controls, then tutorial teaching you more nuance, more complexity, more normal controls. Like for instance, basically telling you how to move around and shoot things, then telling you how to lead your target, zooming in. Maybe command your not command your units, but using abilities, what the points are for, what's the HUDs for. Or, actually, that's better than the first tutorial, telling you what your HUDs for. The second tutorial is more in depth, teaching you the classes of vehicles, stuff like that. The third tutorial telling you how to move your units around, assuming that you can. Giving you depth, basically give you more depth of your skills, give you more depth of the units, stuff like that. And fourth one, um, even more nuance to that I do not know yet. But basically, yeah, that like so advanced, and then a playground stage in which you just play around with all the different stuff in the game to get to learn them better. Basically, have like a light tank moving around, medium tank moving around, the heavy tank moving around, maybe a turret shooting at you, just to give you a good idea how to engage them with the range. That will be immensely helpful in this game, because like I said, the game is meant to be pick up and play easy. While once you understand what everything does, which you don't necessarily do immediately, it's not Tokyo Wars. But basically, I think Tokyo Wars is hyper simple compared to this game. But this game has so many complexity and nuances that you need some sort of information to tell you how to do things. Um, and again, most of this may not apply to you if you watch all these videos. You know the game works by now. But it's for people that do not know the game works, and it's for even though I know how the game works kind of right now, I still would like to look at a tutorial to know exactly how the game works. So I know exactly what I'm doing wrong, exactly what I'm doing right, because I don't know if I'm doing anything right or wrong, which is the problem. When you're in the vacuum of no knowledge, you know nothing. You may know what you have learned, but you still know nothing. You don't know how you're supposed to do it right. Um, so yeah. I mean, the game also has issues with bugs, like crashing when minimized, with forced minimize, that's the thing. Also, you saw that weird bug where we got in the heavy tank and we went, in the terrain or something. But it's early access. Give it that. I mean, those bugs are sparse. If you are having problems with my computer, if you don't have pop-up issues on your computer, then there'd be no problem. Although I do wish that I can move my mouse around when it does pop up, so be less annoying when that does happen, even because that's likely to happen to a lot of people. But regardless, um, but regardless, basically, yeah. But those are, and actually having more graphical options would be nice as well. I don't mind this because the game is super simple. It's unlikely that you need to go more in depth with these options, but it would still be nice. I guess 40K would be nice, but 4K would be nice, but that would be asking too much. Audio, there's not much audio to be messed with other than talking. Controls definitely need all the controls in there because right now there's not there's not enough controls in there for what it is. Oh, let's see what stuff vehicle is. Oh, I thought stuff vehicles to get out of the vehicle. Never mind. That was my bad. Of reading, but still didn't tell you how to zoom in. But anyway, so also there's issues with like the mouse sensitivity. Like at middle modern day DPI of like 4,200, which is what I have my mouse on generally. You have a big dead zone which makes it hard to aim. And if you knock your mouse down to lower sensitivities, which are more mouse sensitivities actually, like 400, you're able to make minute aiming kind of barely out of really long range. But still, it's still pretty, it's still pretty hard to aim. And when you want to, and if you're in the medium tank and you go fast, or if you're in the fast vehicle and you go fast, it's really hard to aim. Especially if you're especially if you're going up and down buttons without any type of stabilization, which is fine. Makes it really hard to aim. And then you have to switch to a higher sensitivity. When you switch to higher sensitivity, then you have the issues fine tune aiming. But yeah, that's just general PC game issues because well, thanks is an issue for me as well. That'd be nice too. Let's the sensitivity a bit and change the dead zone. Um, okay, but now moving on to the positives because I think we ran on negatives. And negatives can all be easily changed, I might add. All of them. Here comes to the positives. The game is one of those perfect games. It is for the people that want um, a hardcore classic first-person shooter game, and classic first-person shooter game. When I say classic, I mean old vehicle-based shooters. Um, Old vehicle-based shooters. I mean like Battlezone old and older. Like what first-person shooters were before Wolfenstein, pretty much. Um, yeah. It is definitely one of the best modern adaptations of the genre. That's for sure. Um, Again, one of the best. I mean, you got Tokyo Wars, and that's pretty much it. And that does not look nearly as pretty as this game does. Um, and the controls, you know, it doesn't have solid frame rate because this game gets hundreds of frames, by the way. I would say actually, let's check real quick, see what the frames we got. Um, I mean, I'm going over 1,000 frames right here. So this game is actually more optimized, but then again, it's not really tough to optimize it, is there? Or is it? But anyway, so the game looks really good. You feel immersed in the game. Um, and yeah, the game the sounds get the job done. The music is okay. Again, the sounds just get the job done. Oh, let's see quickly. Frame rate. Yeah, I'm gonna go over 100 frame rate easy. Um, but the sounds get the job done. I wish that there were sounds for when modules got down a certain level, like to 70 and 50, 25, something like that. Because you know, there's so many modules that you have that unless you stare down there the entire time you're getting shot at, you're not gonna see it. Um, or at least for me, because how I look, I can see the entire screen at once. However, I can only see stuff I focus on at once. Basically, I can focus on like a couple things, but that's about it. So I'm out there engaging the enemy, I'm focusing on shooting, so I can't look down there and see my health. Easy. So it'd be nice if there was a sound telling you, oh, you're at 75% health. Oh, you're at 50% health, or you're 25, because this game is not very favorable for voice act. Or this game, they're not really favoring voice acting in this game, which is fine. Um, and it'd be nice if your team and the enemy team sounded, you know, it'd be nice if your team and enemy, be nice if your team and enemy team, had different sound effects for their guns and vehicles to make it so you can easily hear, oh wait, that is a friend over there behind me. That is an enemy over there also behind me, and they're fighting. Oh no, that's bad. Instead of basically hearing bam, 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 and thinking, those are my friends, right? And they're like, what, shooting at stuff I can't see, or turns around. Oh no, they're fight. Oh no, it's enemy and friendly fighting each other. So yeah, even though this game has excellent sound, you know, level, it's like Battlefield in terms of you know where everything is on the battlefield by sound, which I guess goes to the negative is the minimap. The minimap is pretty bad. It's hard to use because it's hard to see what's going on. Mostly because everything looks the same pretty much. Like basically at a glance, the rounds, at least off screen, looks just a bit. Basically, buildings and vehicles look the same off screen as they do on screen. Or as they do on the minimap, not off the minimap, on the minimap. On the minimap, you can definitely tell what a shot is and what a guy is if you look at the minimap. But if you're not looking at the minimap, you're focusing on something else and you're just glancing at it in the corner of your eye, you're not going to really be able to distinguish what's what on the minimap, unfortunately. Or you can, it's just not that easy to do, and and it's simply hard when you're studying up to see what is a light tank, a medium tank, heavy tank, etc. Definitely easy to see if it's building or not, but still. Um, but yeah. But I mean, the general gameplay, I love the fact that this game is really, really open. I'm kind of glad that I played Mission 12, even though I had a hard time with it. But I gotta see that the map is really, really open. Um, you know, the game definitely does feel like Command & Conquer Renegade, like Halo Combat Evolved on certain levels. Um, it definitely does have a big open feel, which you don't see that often in video games anymore. That are first-person shooter that are based on levels. I mean, again, the only real franchise that does it anymore, other than Battlefield on certain days, and even then, it's like Battlefield Bad Company 1 and maybe, or Battlefield Bad Company 1 and maybe Battlefield 1, but we don't know yet. I guess Halo 5. Not Halo 5 is pretty linear, never mind. But definitely Arma. It has the armor level design. Basically, but actually, it's not armor level design. The areas are big open, like in Battlefield Bad Company 1. So yeah, that's good. You went favorite armor. And I think the first game was like armor, but this game's definitely not. Um, but anyway, so yeah. And I do love how the vehicles are different. Again, I wish you could pick your vehicle at the beginning of the match instead of having to find one. Still have to find one in the match and then exit your vehicle or get out of your vehicle and go into the other one. But still, that's not too bad. And also, what I like is, despite this game being hyper hardcore oriented, you actually don't need to finish. You can beat all the missions one shot if you know exactly what you're doing and you're really good at the game. Which goes back to the game doesn't tell you anything, so you can't really do that. But maybe when full game comes out and I play it, we'll see what happens when you go through all the missions. It would definitely help if you want to play. It definitely help if you want to have a good, clean running campaign. Your first shot, play custom battle, and just and then play custom battle a lot. Then go one shot the campaign. Because I think you can definitely do it. It's definitely not one of those hardcore games. It's definitely not one of those classic hardcore games in which you have to, beat your head against the wall over and over again to be a mission, which people hate. But some people love, some people hate, some people are indifferent. But I'm the indifferent people. I'm the indifferent people. Not modern games that play modern games that hold your hand. Probably have problems with or have problems with that. Well, hardcore gamers have problems with that, but this system works fine because you can easily be at one shot if you're careful and know what you're doing. Anything else? I do like the abilities. I do like how they work. I do like the HUD, even though it is a bit crowded. And that's the thing. I think so stand out as much as I could. It'd be nice if things with different backgrounds. Basically, it'd be nice if things had different backgrounds. Instead of basically everything being very samey. And by the way, the scoreboard and the upgrades at the bottom left, you can barely see them on some tanks with basically them blending in. So that's kind of RC. But it'd be tough to make it work without ruining the aesthetic of everything, of all the colors looking the same. But I think you can just have a dark blue background with dark blue background with lighter colors to denote the actual panels of the HUD or the HMD, I should say. But yeah, so is this game worth it? Well, if they sell it for the price of what the current what Tank Universal is right now, which is $4.99, oh yes, it is worth it. Where is the point where it won't be worth? Where it is a price where you can probably limit yourself if you buy right now with thinking about it only a little bit. I would say $14.99 US. And the point that it gets where you want to think about it is $25.99 US. And the point where you really want to think about it or wait for a sale or wait for reviews is $35.99 US. Although, yeah. Although, it only has 3 missions, but it does have custom battles on the one map, so yeah, $25 is the real high limit that you really want to pay right away if you really want it. Want to support development. I'm going to quickly look and see if the price raises during development. No, they do not plan on changing the price. So you buy it now. Basically you buy it now, and it's the same price forever. So yeah, it going around $30. Yeah, sorta. Maybe if you want to support development, because the first game didn't get developed. These people, let me see. These people, I mean Phil Jones. Let's see what games you made on Steam. Oh, not just one game on Steam. I think Universal too. So okay. Okay, so it's maybe a different developer than the first one, I guess. You published by the same person. Oh, I think published just by one thing. All right, this is their one in the publishing as well. That's interesting. Anyway, so yeah, I would say I would say a buy now price would be $14.99 or under. And I think about it, it's $25.99 around there. And really think about it, wait for a sale is around 30, and above that, then really think about it and really wait for a sale. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, if this game gets some way of telling you what in the world you're supposed to be, or how in the world you're supposed to play the game, If it gets bug fixes, which again the bugs are very slight, if it gets the HUD more managed. I mean, the HUD is not a priority really, but it would help if the sounds are messed with a little bit, making things a little more obvious when they occur, or who your enemy is when hearing them. Then the game would be really amazing. But right now, actually, the game is still amazing right now. It's just, you know, the game is amazing right now. It's just, it's it is. What's a good analogy? A rough gem is not the way you would say this game because it's not that rough. I would say a gem that could, I would say a diamond, that is cut, but could be cut in a more pleasing way. How about that? A diamond that can be perfected. So yeah, all right, that is it. I am done. I said all I needed to say. I played all I needed to play. Yeah, and I've spent far too much time on this game. I almost hit Alt. I almost hit Control Delete, and he hit Alt. Yeah, 2 hours. Wow. I didn't mean I wanted to spend just 30 minutes on this game, or maybe an hour. I mean, I didn't mean to spend 2 hours, but let's face it, I was having fun. I liked the open world. I liked the challenge. I liked the vehicle. I like the open world vehicle. I like the open world vehicle game like this, or open world first person, classic vehicle game. I like it. I like it a lot. I'll definitely be coming back to this when it gets updated. I was just kind of in awe. I was kind of in shock and out, like how does this game work? Basically the entire time. But now the shock is mostly gone. I am like, yes, I like this game. Um, but I mean, again, your learning process for you, the viewer, if you're going to play this game or playing this game, and you look at these videos, you already know how to play the game. The learning process is not needed, pretty much. Okay, that's pop up. I didn't mess this time because we're not in game. Okay, that's interesting. By the way, so yeah, like I was saying, the learning process is neat for you. You know how to play the game. You can get the game from here, knowing I would hope most about the game, if not all about the game now. You know how to beat missions. I kind of want to go back and see if it can beat the. I kind of want to see if it can beat the level 12 by outrunning the blast, since I know where to go. Might be nice if the minimap was topographical, so you could at least get a vague idea of a crevice up ahead, so you don't run over it. Um, but yeah, I got other games to play, so yeah. Alright, but anyway, so I've been going on for far too long. It's gonna be a cutting nightmare, but oh well, I'll cut it. Basically, just cut a whole lot of gameplay videos, and then make this into a let's play. We'll make it a let's play. We'll see. We'll see what I do in the final videos. Alright, but anyway, so yeah, again, this is worth it. This is a worth it now, $14.99 US, and it's a might wanna wait or think about it at $25.99 US. But we'll see. Alright, but anyway, so yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching, or that'll be it for this session. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate you guys watching on this session. It means a lot to me. Even though we had lots of up and down, even though I was in shock about how to play the game for a long time, but we did figure it out, kind of. And that's what I like to do, because basically, I allow the developers to see what it is like for someone playing the game for a first time without playing the original game. And give my first reactions. If I were to cut any of these videos down, if I cut the session down into like 30 minutes, or cut the missions down to make them faster, or just show my final attempt at the last mission, developers and people playing this game, and maybe would-be developers of other games, they would not see what it's like for someone truly going through the game for the first time. If I just forgoed doing it blind and just came back, let's say it came back after like this experience at the very least, and replay the game, it'll be completely different. I could tell you what I felt, but that is not what I felt. That's not how I felt. How I felt is what you see in the videos. How I tell you how I felt is something different. Doesn't matter, there might not be that much big of a difference, but for people that want to know how I actually felt that moment, it makes a lot bigger difference. Like people like me, people like developers. Because this stuff is very vital to people that want to see what game is like before they play it. How it will be for someone playing it for the first time, and how and how, and if you're a developer, how they could improve the game by watching me play it. Like they say, oh, you did not get that. You did not get that those numbers. You did not get the. You did not get the ability points. Meant the ability points. You did not get that. You did not get. You thought that. You initially thought, oh, those numbers to the right of the abilities are consumables. They are your. They are your. How many finite number of abilities you have. Instead, and they're like, oh wait, maybe we could do that. Maybe we could make that better in order to make it a little bit more obvious that the numbers up top are your current ability points, and the ones to the right of the abilities are their cost. See, there you go. And maybe they could think about how they change the game around, like number keys, like instead of F keys to number keys, stuff like that. Like, I mean, like there is command, like if you command your, if you command your guys, be nice to have those on F keys as opposed to them and the abilities on number keys, because I'm used to it, playing older Battlefield games. So yeah. Anyway, that's my thought process for doing these videos. Alright, but anyway, so, yeah, I also appreciate also appreciate if you have any if you have any, also appreciate having comments, um, like, tell me what should I choose, like, if you have any, tell me if you have any suggestions for a series, or for the series being when I decide to brand this as later, you know, let's play gameplay videos, you get the idea. Or just not play, taking Universal 2, secretly access, in general, 15 coming to a little dip. No, that's gonna be hard. Oh, that's gonna be rare. Also, I have a Twitter which I feel channel leaks as well as the game that I am doing what I have done, as well as the hero that I think much did in. Also, if you're to be playing your game or mod or doing collab, I do have a business email which you can contact me on, which you can contact me on, or send you to private message if you prefer, and both my email and Twitter are in the description. If you have a question about this video suggestion for a series, please put it in the comments below. So for people that do have a question or suggestion. And yeah, that'll be it for this session. Thanks for watching, and I guess see you in a second. Yeah, before we go, I should say, I guess this game is a perfect game. It does do what it wants to do well. It just needs a bit more polish. Like the music, which is fine. It does feel like Tron. Now that I get into it, it does feel like Battlezone. It's a game like Battlezone in a Tron-esque universe, pretty much. So that's pretty cool. Alright, by the way, yeah, that'll be it for this video, I guess. See you, or session, I mean, I guess. See you in a second.